Alright, I think we're good now. The game's running at least. And the flywheels do in fact have junction boxes now. Thank God. It took forever. I had to restart the game like 3 times in OBS because OBS gets mad if you restart the game while OBS is open. So then you have to... Ugh, what a pain. Anyway, we're back. Those of you who are watching on VOD will not have seen the previous stream that didn't work. But yeah, here we are. Hopefully you're all having a good day. Finally going to be able to get back to doing what we're going to do. I said before in the previous stream that we have a new mod, lanterns and torii gates, which show up in decorations. So yes, traditional Japanese architecture kind of stuff going on here. Gives you a little bit of a well-being bonus. And then you also have lanterns, which we can't do during the day because you're not going to see anything. But we will be doing at some other time to advance our well-being score. There's, of course, entire categories for all this. Anyway. Leave the 4-minute stream. I already deleted it. 1,600 likes. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. It had like 2 when I got rid of that, so you know how it goes. Just the way it goes. It's about time for a mod manager crash. Yeah, so funny enough, it wasn't actually mod manager, technically. It was the Choo Choo mod's fault because the creator of the Choo Choo mod delisted it because it was having some problems, and then mod manager was like trying to, you know, go look at it, and it couldn't find it. So then it said, well, I'm not doing anything today, and then it just completely broke everything. I digress. We said last time that this was going to go away because it is literally useless, so I'm going to get rid of that. Just go ahead and dump this thing. No reason for it to be here. It was an interesting idea, but no. We just don't need it. I don't want to have that little error thing showing up here all the time. But like I said earlier, one of the main goals today is to put in some extra power and power storage over here and gradually start reclaiming most of this river area for farming. We've already done a lot of that last time, but most of this production, I believe, can be moved up here, and we'll figure out exactly what it is we're going to do with that. One problem we're going to run into is we don't have enough in the way of power generation if we come all the way down here. We do have 3 of these turned off, but let me assure you that having 8 of these at 400 apiece is not going to be enough to take care of everything else we're currently dealing with. Because even with some of this stuff paused, this is still demanding 850. This is demanding 1640, and 8 of these should be 3200. So we're going to need to do a little bit more in the way of power generation. We could accomplish that by linking the water wheels up to our power, which we kind of started preparing for by having this shaft right here. We could easily reconfigure this stuff to be set up in a slightly more advantageous setup, but that's going to take a while. Another thing we really need to get into is making more wood, because this is not going to be enough to be powering all of the engines we're going to need. It's going to take a while. Could build more engines above existing production. I could, but they're ugly, so I kind of don't want to do that. I don't know. We'll see. First thing we need to probably do is start blasting this. Now, our large flywheels that we have... am I going to have to unlock these? Oh, they're sorted differently. Okay. So we have small vertical, medium vertical, and large vertical. So now they're sorted by orientation, not size. Okay. We already have the large horizontal one. So we're not going to build this. I'm going to pause so they don't actually put anything in there. But that is how big that guy is. That's a big dude. And if we unlock the large horizontal junction right here, you can see that actually looks like a kind of a neat, like, office building kind of thing. But it connects... I think I'm going to have to... all these water beaver things in the way. I got to show how this actually connects. So yeah, that's what this does. Is this has basically just infinitely many more connections that you can actually, you know, attach to. Obviously not the top except for the center, but that whole thing on the side is going to be extremely useful. You can put them above or below. So what we have to do now before we get too far is we got to figure out exactly how many of these we can get away with inserting, because these guys are, yeah, they're three blocks tall, and we currently have 8 blocks underneath our production right here. So what we could do is put another 4 of these engines on the bottom, and then on top of that we put in a large flywheel and then the junction box, which I believe, based on how this is laid out, will have room for a little more than 2 of these, I think. Yes, so that'll give us enough room for a little more than 2 of those, and then I don't know what we'll do in the other spot there. But I think that's kind of the plan I'm going for. Of course, we're going to have our side platforms and all that stuff on top of those. But before we do that, we have to detonate and all the fun that comes with that. So we're going to go ahead and get right along with that. I don't think there's going to be a super easy way to do this that's not just annoying. So I think we're just going to have to do it the same way we did last time. What you really need is a large uncovered flywheel in the middle of the waterfall because of, number 1, flexing, 2, it would look cool. Yes. And especially considering that the, there we go. The waterfall will not in and of itself turn a water wheel. I do like the idea of doing that because these guys look super cool. I'm not going to research it right now because we don't have a ton of science. But if you watched the other playthrough, which I think pretty much all of you have, the large flywheel looks awesome, and I think it's just about the perfect width to stick that about right here. Ground only. Must be built on ground. Okay, well then we'll just flip the orientation of what I already told you. We'll just put those guys on the ground and then put the junction on top. Oh, you're talking about the unframed flywheel ground only. Yeah, well that was going to be what I was going to do here. We'll see how that ends up looking. First train out of Tokyo. Yeah, that's early. Before 7 a.m. Where are you headed? Going out of Tokyo. Actually, could be just about anywhere. Framed one is ground only too. Is that in the help text? Oh, can be built on ground or another large horizontal frame flywheel. Okay. All right, all right. Ordered at 450. Yikes. Yeah, I love I love that these beavers are living in these lodges here, and all they're gonna hear is just insane explosions. Okay. You're headed way out there then. Let's see. I think based on the amount of trees that are up, we don't have enough lumberjack flags. We do have 4, but I feel like we probably could use a few more, and I don't know. Do I really even have anywhere to put one? Put another one of these guys? Why do we have storage for... Hold on. Metal blocks and treated planks. We don't need that. These can go away. Get rid of those and replace them with additional lumberjacks. Woodcutters. Hey, Joe. You still in chat? Now you're cutting wood. Or at least one of you is. I don't know. I don't know how many clones we have today. No, there's just one Joe. Using local trains only will take about 10 hours, but costs less than $20. Okay, that's a good deal. I know the yen is weak right now, but that's that seems extremely cheap. The large liquid metal storage Large metal, not liquid metal, not mercury. Whatever. Looks like a mug. You could rescale it. It kind of does, honestly. That's pretty cool. Can't wait for JC to say the name of my new mod, Shaft Extensions. Joke's on you, I am going to say that. Because that's the name of the mod. And that's the correct, actual scientific term. With absolutely no possible other meaning behind it. $17.07. Wow. That is a really good deal. So what is that, like 2,500 yen? Alright, so that's down. Most efficient people movers are the Japanese. Yeah, it seems to be based on the train network. Although I think China's trying to give them a run for their money with their new high-speed stuff. Oh, I was so close. I guess 2,500. The conversion 24.99.65. I don't think you can have 0.65 of a yen anyway, but could you say it again, but enunciate it perfectly and say it slowly? No. Alex, I'm not reading that. MP3, I'm not reading that. Steve, I'm not reading that. Kurt, I'm not reading that. What is that, a streak? Like 5 in a row? Alright. Oh, you guys need to behave. We're having fun, though. Okay, so we're actually going a little faster than I thought. I need to get this to around the same level. I can't tell how many more. I think it's like 3 or 4 more. Oh, that's already the minimum level anyway, so I guess I just keep placing those until I can't do it anymore. I see we've hit the I'm not reading that part of the stream already. Yes, that is basically constant. Constant with these guys. It just depends. Love how India's making the whole world look bad, especially SpaceX, I'm assuming is what you're talking about. Yeah, India has very quietly, at least in the international Western media, not getting a lot of coverage for it, but they've been putting in a lot of work for their space program. Kurt, I'm not reading that. We have too much fun with this. Yeah, I'm not reading that either. Jeez. Oldest trick in the book, my dude. Oldest trick in the book. I went to school in the 90s. Well, I guess so did you. Technically. 500 kilometers an hour average speed of... Okay, well, alright, 50 kilometers an hour average speed really isn't that fast. But the fact that you can do it for under $20 is insane. No, I absolutely get the joke. I, too, grew up in the United States education system. Yeah, I'm not reading that one either. Hey, Rick. We're having a good time. The chat's trying to get me to read stuff I shouldn't be reading out loud. And we're talking about cheap train travel. Yeah, I'm not reading that either. Yesterday, a Japanese astronaut went to the ISS. Yes, MP3 posted I believe, a live stream from NASA. I don't know if he probably would have been on that, but of a SpaceX launch taking astronauts up there. It's not fast. There's a ton of scenery you get to see in detail versus only a glimpse on the Shinkansen. Yeah, I would love to be able to go and just spend, like, I don't know, a couple weeks riding trains all over Japan. But that's an expensive trip to take just to go ride trains. MP3, I'm not reading that, but that's an incredible title. Yeah, that's one thing I really wish the U.S. had is more passenger rail. Like we have long distance rail travel from Amtrak, but it's expensive and it's slow, and it really doesn't go enough places. But I've heard the views on the long distance trains out west are spectacular. I'd love to do that at some point. Theory of a train to a satellite. How's that going to work? We have a 2.2 miles long streetcar. Yeah, the Atlanta streetcar, I believe, has you beat in terms of uselessness. And I love the concept of the streetcar. I am all in favor of them getting built, but they should not have built that one in Atlanta the way they did, because it goes almost nowhere. It goes between Centennial Olympic Park and Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthplace, which is about, it might be less than a mile. I think the total loop could be about 2 miles. But it is just comical how ineffective of a route they chose, and it's in the street. Well, it's a streetcar, but it doesn't have dedicated right-of-way, so it has to stop with traffic. So whenever there's a big event downtown, they just shut the streetcar down, which defeats the entire purpose. Like, whoa, the streetcar can't operate because there's too much traffic. Like, it was supposed to solve the problem, not make it worse. Anyway, gonna get into all sorts of trouble if I go too much further with that. Getting upgraded to 5 miles in the next year or two. Yeah. See, that's the hard thing, is these kinds of public transit projects. Well, we made it a whole, like, what, 17 minutes before I started talking about public transit. The public transit projects face such stiff opposition in the U.S., and they basically have to just be incremented like that, which is unfortunate, because then it gets built and people are like, oh, this is useless. Why do we waste money on this? But in reality, the actual, the full system that they have planned, at least, or have discussed having planned for, say, the Atlanta streetcar as an example, actually goes places, and it's useful. And it connects to different things, connects to different modes of transportation. Well, we don't really have a subway, but our MARTA is kind of a hybrid subway, heavy rail commuter kind of thing. But see, it's nice if the stuff can all work out as it's planned, because then, it works, and people can see that it works, and it's not just a boondoggle. But that's the way it goes. Yours isn't a loop? Oh, that's even better. I'd rather have a straight line that you can just go back and forth on. Western Canada, you have the Rocky Mountain Express, very popular. I think I've heard of that. I always heard it called the Rocky Mountaineer, like the luxury train sightseeing. That would be a fun one. Roy says, I guess the point is you can see where Martin Luther King was born. The point of the streetcar was that it was supposed to be, that it wasn't supposed to be point to point to get to that specific location. It was supposed to be a quote-unquote proof of concept for the idea of having the streetcar in the first place, which Atlanta at one point in time had a ton of streetcars, like hundreds of miles collectively throughout the city, as a lot of other American cities did back in the 1930s, 40s, 50s-ish. But now we're out of explosives. We got to wait for them to make more. But I guess that was the only funding they could get, was for that that specific route to start with, and then expand it out to other areas later on. But I don't know, people are just vicious about this kind of stuff. All right, Blaine says the rail is the string and the satellite is the hard end. Oh, okay. Like a yo-yo at the end of the string. That seems interesting. I don't know. I think I'm still struggling to comprehend, like, the engineering behind that. But it's that's a very interesting idea. I've always liked the idea of like a space elevator, but there's a lot of reasons why something like that would not be feasible to build. Recently found out the real estate market in Japan is bonkers. Houses are apparently disposable. They're expected to be torn down every 30 to 40 years. Well, I'm not an expert in Japanese history, but I have heard that's basically what they just end up doing, and kind of have done forever because of the construction methods or whatever. But yeah, Tokyo is, I believe, the densest metropolitan area in the world, if you count the well, it's not really suburbs. It's actual proper cities with skyscrapers and stuff. But it's nuts. I think they're prioritizing making books over explosives. Well, who needs education when you can make bombs? Let's shut that off. All right. So that's done. Those two there. This should start speeding up a little bit. And I don't think we need to detonate any further past this. So we'll just leave that alone. Main issue with the talking about space elevators and the yo-yo train thing. Main issue is the tension forces in the tether cable. Yeah, I would think that to actually be tethered to the Earth, you would have to have insane stresses on that. It's like it would almost make more sense to have it just tethered to another platform at I don't know, whatever the range of a helicopter vertically is. I think like the highest you can reliably fly helicopters is somewhere around 20 to 25,000 feet, and you still really are not going to want to do that. But it almost seems like you don't want to tether that to the Earth, just because of the way the forces will work. It would be better to have it tethered to like a stationary platform that is over the Earth somewhere. But I don't know. Then you run into problems with flight paths and everything. So I don't know. I'm not a scientist, not an engineer. I just think some stuff is cool. Recently found out the mid-70s that Kansas City, Missouri was trying to plan a huge rail project including subways but got shot down. Yeah, there's a lot of stories all over the country about stuff like that. It's kind of frustrating. Well, if you're interested at all in that kind of thing. Sci-fi books have some great consequences of a failed space elevator. Devastation, the cable goes and falling back down to Earth to pit. Yeah, that's the thing is that, like, cable under tension is absolutely destructive chaos. Just think about, you know, like if the string on a guitar snaps, for example, that can cut you pretty bad if it's, you know, a steel guitar string or whatever, and you're playing the guitar. And to think about something, I don't know, 50, 60, 70, 100 times larger than that, and then bigger than that. Like, no, you're gonna destroy like an entire city with that thing. I was in when I was younger, I played in the church orchestra, and we were having a rehearsal, and one of the big strings on the piano snapped, like the big low ones. And I think the diameter on those still is not really that big in the grand scheme of things, but that string snapped. Could have been about 1/8 of an inch, maybe. That snapped, and it flew up 20 feet in the air and busted a light bulb in the ceiling. So, think about the kind of damage that a cable that would most likely be like a bundle of fibers and all this different steel and stuff that could be 10, 20, 30, 50 feet thick to tether to a space elevator. Yeah, no, thank you. I have no desire to be hit by that. I vote the equator and out over the Pacific Ocean. Well, isn't there also something to do with the way that you have to launch satellites and geostationary orbits because of rotational forces? I didn't get good grades in science, so I don't really understand all of that, but I remember hearing something about there's only specific places they can put stuff like that. Yep, that's exactly right, Rare Kumiko. That's what I remember seeing. Yeah, infrastructure seems to always kind of be a target of that kind of terrorist activity, which is also why some people are opposed to building it, but that's neither here nor there. So it's going to take us a while to get this built because they have to make all the explosives. Talking about explosives, and it seems our paper is not up to the task. So if we unpause this, that should help us a little bit. Lady R, caught you live. Nice. Yeah, welcome. We're sitting here talking about the feasibility of space elevators and mass transit and all things that don't relate to the game that we're actually playing. That's fine. Space elevator must be placed on the equator. Well, that's interesting because there's really not that much land over the equator from what I remember. Because doesn't the equator pass through the thinner part of Africa, part of India, and the top of South America? And realistically, Africa would probably be the most likely place to put it from a geographical feasibility perspective. Just based on access to different parts of the world. The equator passes through Ecuador. Are you serious? The equator passes through Ecuador. Well, okay, that would make sense, I guess. Whatever language that would be. Yeah, mostly water on the equator. That's what I always thought. Oh, there's that email from YouTube that I'm now live. Thanks for letting me know I'm live while I'm live and using the stream. Appreciated. Alright, so what can we do while we're waiting for that? They're harvesting trees. Can't really speed that up. Food-wise, everything is looking pretty good. But let's take a look at our meal replacement stuff. Looks like we need more eggplant rations. Those are currently being produced here. And we don't have canola oil. Now our oil press is not pressing enough oil. So I think what we need to do is build another one of those. I don't really have a great spot. I guess I could try to put one here. Nope, food factory. I need this one. This should work. Yeah. We'll just stick that there. Just so they can have something else to do. People say space elevators, I think satisfactory. Yes, that is 90% of my knowledge of space elevators. It's from Satisfactory. And a couple of science fiction books I read from the 50s, 60s. All right, now. Yeah, I think the issue was with the eggplants was never having enough eggplants. It was having enough canola oil to do all the food processing. So yeah, now that we have two of these things, it should go a little smoother. Should be better. Yeah, we're nowhere near ready to take care of this. That's fine. Yeah, I think at this point I have more hours in Timberborn than I do Satisfactory, but I played a lot of Satisfactory during the pandemic. Like 8, 10, 12 hours a day. Not very healthy, but very fun game. I'm not great at it, but it is a good time. Yeah, I'm not reading that. No. I think that's the most wild comment anyone has ever left in a live stream. Oh, no. Love the randomness of the thought experiments and the intelligence this group has. Thank you all. Yeah, sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's just like, what is wrong with these people? Oh, man. Yeah, that's wild. That is absolutely wild. I don't reject you. You just say things that I can't say out loud. Or I should say, do not want to read out loud. Because I at least somewhat attempt to have some sort of a reasonably appropriate stream for people to watch. Some of you guys have children. Like, you want your kids to hear me read your comments on stream? Oh, I'm absolutely crazy like you. I just don't need to broadcast it. Alright, drought's almost over. We have tons of water. So that's good. We need to expand our population a little bit. But I am a little afraid to go too far. We have 20 open jobs. So I don't want to build another one of these breeding pods. I think it's probably better served to just increase the well-being, but it's already at 35, and I believe the next life expectancy... Oh, okay, it's 37. Alright, that's not that far off then. Let's see, is there anything we can... Well, there's tons of stuff, but is there anything reasonable that we can do real quick to help that? Temples, that's going to be annoying because those have to be on the ground. Torii gates probably would be a pretty good early boost, but we have to find a space to build those. Rooftop terraces, campfires, probably all qualify. Wet fur. Yeah, they want the showers. We already know about that. But I gotta find a good spot to build one. See, I thought I could have put some stuff up here, but no, don't have enough space. Now, how are we looking on our supply? Eggplant ration still is not nearly enough. Guess our oil press can't really keep up for all the canola oil. I guess we just have to let that go for a little bit. You've only had 1 liter of coffee? That's a lot of coffee. Why am I not... I'm absolutely not reading this message out loud, but why am I not surprised, Alex? Why am I not surprised? Oh, no. I'm not going to have a bridge mishap. Roofs and shrubs, yeah, that is most likely the easiest way for us to accomplish this. Although I think we probably want to leave room to add another level or two on top of this. So why don't I go ahead... yeah, I'm going to go ahead and... I think it was this way, yeah. Put another level of platforms in just preemptively. And then on top of this, I'll put some platforms with roofs so that they can... Roofs like a dog. So that they can have, well, everything they need. So there's really no benefit to me having the 1x2s unlocked. Outside of just saving some time building, I think. But if I just do this... Oh, no, here's an idea. Hold on. Hold on. Now you got me thinking. Well, then I can put in beaver statues. There we go. That's what the world needs, is beaver statues. So these can go... Get that guy. Actually, might just have that one in the middle right there. Because they all have to go up and down that staircase anyway. But we'll put that there, and that way everybody while they're sleeping gets the roof buff, and a lot of them will get the beaver statue buff. We'll see what happens if we have to do something else for that. May I politely request the most great gear? Yes. Yes, I was going to get to that at some point. Because I downloaded the update of that mod. Most dirty dirt. The filthiest, most dirty dirt until another one comes along. Yeah, I've got to research all of these guys. But I gotta find a good spot to put these things. I know they're only one tile. But it's actually not a bad idea for us to just strategically place these things. Oh, where everybody who sleeps can have access to all of them. And I think if I have this set up correctly... Oh, hold on, that went away. Why did it do that? I can have all 3 of these things. Realistically, I probably just need, for right now, to put them all in the middle right here. So they have access to stuff, and then we'll make it look better later, but yes. The most great gear, the most treated plank, and the most dirty dirt. Except we don't have dirt yet, so we can't really do that. But we can get these 2. Look how beautiful this is. Gorgeous, and they're shiny. Wow. I love the use of the maximum level monument sound for these. A tower of showers? That's what this is. Kind of. You can get the giant iced coffee in a German-sized beer mug. Well, that just sounds like the way the U.S. consumes coffee. Like go to Starbucks, get like the 30-ounce milkshake and call it a coffee. If you connect a powered shaft into your housing, it becomes a large power extension. Yes, that is what we're going to end up doing by way of having the junction box on top of the other stuff. But we got to get there first. Takes a very long time to detonate all this. Hey, look at that. We're up to 40. 41. Should continue going up. I need the ladder mod. The ladder mod is awesome. It is so useful. Highly, highly recommend. Since you can put a side platform on a side platform, can't you build to the sky limit and cover the top of the platforms? Yes. Theoretically, it'd just take you a lot of resources. And currently, we are at the mercy of our single... Hold on. Our single efficient mine, which can only make us 6 scrap metal every 1.8 in-game hours. Which, admittedly, we aren't really using all of that fast enough, but there is a finite limit to the amount of stuff we can build at one time. Do you know the romance car Japanese train? No. What kind of stuff are you going to get me into here? I'm on live chat. I'm not on top chat. Yeah, they're not normally this bad. Honestly, they really are not. It's just sometimes if you get more than 2 or 3 of them together, like the ones that are usually doing stuff like this, then they go into hyper overdrive. Yeah, the worst offender is not here. Which is astounding that it's already this. They're just like this. It's fine. That's why I don't read half the stuff they send in here. Let's try to not make it so bad that people complain, though, because then I might actually get mad. What in the world are you... My God. I don't know what was in your coffee, but my God, man. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's why I don't read any of those comments out loud. They can't strike me because of something somebody says in the comments. They can strike me because of something I read. Jeez. All right. How are we looking on these guys? Yeah, eggplant rations have gone up. Now fermented cassava is kind of a problem, except it just keeps fluctuating. I don't really know what the issue is. Well, we have 1,300 meal replacement shakes now, so we're good. I believe we are in pretty good shape. The main problem now is detonating all of this so we can actually install everything that needs to be installed. Oh, what fun. You brewed coffee with vodka. I don't know. I don't know about that one, Chief. That does not sound like a fun time. I love how we alternate between double entendres and spamming 50-lane highway jokes. Yeah, well, see, I guess the problem is that since I stopped streaming Cities Skylines, it's just encouraged you to go heavy on the inappropriate jokes. Gotta go pick up my daughter. Gonna try to convince her on the way back to watch the stream with me. Yeah, you guys need to behave, all right? I told you people watch this with their children. I'm not kidding. I've gotten tons of comments about stuff like that. You guys have to behave. The heat would cook off the alcohol? Yes. So then you have only the terrible taste of the alcohol and not the actual, you know, entire point of alcohol. Anyway, yes, I implore all of you to behave in chat. Oh, jeez. All right. We're just gonna, you know, we're just gonna keep moving. we're gonna not kowtow out of that. I don't think we know how to behave anymore. Clearly you don't. So I don't know how to fix that. That's all up to you guys to figure that one out. You want me to teach you? Well, I'm probably not the right person to teach you anyway. I do wish we had more explosives more quickly. It just doesn't seem like we can make stuff fast enough. Oh, speaking of, in the paper mill, we got Alex over here making paper for us to make bombs out of. Might have to have more log storage. We have tons. We actually are less than 50% on our log storage. Explosives are being used in the mine. Right you are. We actually probably don't need the mine right now. So let's pause that real quick. So they don't use so many explosives. Because we do have tons of scrap metal and actual metal blocks already made. So I don't think we have to worry about that too much. So hopefully that'll speed things up. Now, I do need to make the disclaimer, I don't know how long I can stream because it is currently in the high 90s where I live, in the high 80s in my bedroom. I have a fan pointed at my computer, but it is still extremely hot. Like, it's, the air coming out of this thing is so hot and so humid. It's making my legs sweat. So I don't really know if it's going to be good long-term for the health of my, my PC to do an extended stream, but we're going to do our best. We'll see what happens. Remember to prioritize your paper mills with haulers. Would be a smart idea. So we'll go ahead and do that. I do want to try to avoid falling into the trap of prioritizing everything, so then nothing's prioritized. But I think if you have enough haulers, that stops being a problem. And we can have more haulers for sure. I had that set down because we didn't have enough beavers to do jobs. But now that our well-being is up to average of 42, we should see a pretty good increase in the lifetime of beavers. Lamps, lanterns, street lights. Yeah, we can get into some of that. So let's go in here. These are actually free to build, which is hilarious. I don't know. Is there actually a benefit to building those? Doesn't seem like I get points for the lanterns, but I do get them for the gates. Yeah. So can I fit any of these? Got primitive, simple demo version. Huh. Oh, maybe so. That's why this exists. I don't know. I didn't play Timberborn. It was a demo. I think it started when it was just regular early access. We can do simple or we can do primitive, depending on how you want to build stuff. But if we can find a couple spots to stick these guys in, then we might be able to get a little bit of a benefit from it. The problem is we built so densely. There's not really that many spots that are going to have space on either side of the path. So we'd have to manually create it. Yeah, so I don't think that's going to be feasible, unfortunately. Lanterns, though. Indoor lanterns. Although it's called an indoor lantern, it can be installed outdoors. Yeah, so we can put pretty much anywhere. I don't think I want to do those. Modern lantern with triangular, or modern lantern with a square. I kind of like the triangular thing. I think it looks kind of cool. So we stick those guys there. As the sun goes down, we should see this path lit up a little bit. Looks kind of nice. Now, I can't stick these right there, but I can probably... Oh, you can't place them underneath the... Okay. Well, that's too bad. So, but now, look at that. Look how cool that looks. The little lanterns right there. That's nice. I like that. You need to change trains 12 times. Yikes. And there's a ship. Good luck. You might want to drink more coffee and less alcohol. Seen the Yamanote line, probably butchered that pronunciation. Double-decker trains. I have not. Are they like gallery cars? Actually, I don't think they'd have the full height to do like a Superliner style 2-floor car. But a bi-level car or a gallery car, I'm sure, probably would have room for that. The light lantern looks better than the Barbie. I haven't seen that yet. Street lantern, garden lantern. So I just haven't messed with half of these at all. So that's just, I like how this looks. That's cool. Paper lanterns. Oh, cool. These are on, okay. See, this is what I think when I think of like the whole like Japanese lantern thing. I think of stuff like this, where they just line the walkways. That looks so cool. I love that. I wish it was a little more modular so I could, you know, actually use the rest of this stuff. Can I go both sides of the path? Only if it's offset. No, I guess not. 50-decker trains. I don't think that's how that works. Yeah, bi-level trains are cool. Can I put... Oh, see, look at that. That's like perfect. Perfect right there. So we'll just stick a couple more of these guys outside here. Oh, do I want to start in the corner? I probably should. How do I... Okay. Now, bear with me as I'm sitting here playing with this. Yeah, that I think is going to look a lot better coming on the other side. So if I delete those... Yeah, flip those around. It's going to look a whole lot better like that. Look how cool that is. I like that a lot. Very cool. Blow this guy up. Set this thing in place. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to follow our friend Alex here around for a little bit. Works on the fermenter. He used to work in the, he used to work over here. That's why I wanted to do that. Oh, well. Alright, so maybe we won't follow Alex around if he's just going to sit in the fermenter all day. Alright, Jesse, you're up. First one. Let's follow you around for a little bit. I will be right back. Give me like 2 minutes. Let's watch this guy walk around. Alright, I've moved the fan substantially closer to the computer. Hopefully it's not super loud in the mic. But I believe that should solve a couple problems. And it looks like Jesse's still over. Go to bed, dude. It's the middle of the night. But I digress. Lanterns look really cool. Really, really cool when the path's all lit up like that. Alright, let's see what kind of shenanigans you guys got to in chat while I was out. Alright. Oh, this is a long time ago. 5 minutes ago. MP3 says, I've unlocked JC's aesthetic sensibilities. They've always been there. Just never really had the big reason to use them. These lanterns look really cool. Still haven't figured out the mods yet. Are you, Blaine, are you talking about installing them or just using different mods. Alright, let's see what else. What in the world are you guys talking about? Perhaps put a gate into the area where the campfires are. That's not a bad idea. If we can get this to actually sit right. I think what we're going to want to do... Okay, good. This is ready to detonate. Back in turbo mode. I'm going to go ahead and actually set this off here. And I'm going to move these two large tanks one more this way. So that'll give us room to put a third large tank, or alternatively, a Torii gate and a medium one. I don't know. We'll see. But I do want to maximize this space a little bit more. Can't hear the fan. SM7B is doing some hard work. Yeah, it's a good mic. Has a pretty good off-axis rejection, at least for a dynamic microphone. So we're going to demolish those two. Oh God, I can't. All these things for the water beavers mod, man. I still have to get that to work right, and I haven't been able to yet. But I really, really want to start that series soon. So they'll get this this stuff built. Put the water back in. And then we can put a nice gate somewhere over here. Now, the cool thing about the gates is... that's the wrong one. I think it's within 35 tiles for the great ones. So, basically, this entire map can be covered by a single one. Except I don't have anywhere to fit this guy. So we're not going to put him in there. But, we can put some of the smaller ones. Demo version. I kind of like I like how this looks. I think that's pretty snazzy. That's going to give us a little bit of a decorative boost, and I need to put these over the houses, but I like that architecture. I know it has religious significance in real life, but here it's a very nice decoration. Can you build side platforms off the map? Nope, out of bounds. Yep, that's what Battery Smooth said. Let's see. Evening, everyone. Just finished a 2-hour play on Timberborn, ready to match some more sensible play. Well, if you want sensible play, this is probably the wrong place to come for that. But glad to have you here anyway. Thanks for joining us today. Beaver lives measured in days. Yes, I think so. I believe that is in-game days, yes. Speaking of, clicked on Jack Galvin. I don't know. Yeah, there he is. There he is in chat. So I guess we'll working at the lumber mill. So yeah, now is age 72, right when that day changed. So that it is in fact days. There he goes to work in the lumber mill, sawing wood away all day. Well, being a 43, looking nice. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Are the beavers angry? Probably not. That was a good show, though. River the river to put the big Shinto gate. River the river. You're talking about, like, widening it? Because I do want to reroute how all of this flows out at some point. Kurt says, am I in the game, or is it being xenophobic again? You should be. Somewhere. Yep, there you are. You're 52, you work in the hauling post, and you live in the large barracks. And you have no wet fur. Can you build a shrub on top of a platform in front of the barracks? Yes. We can, in fact, build shrubs. So I think What's the radius on the shrubs? Is it just one? One tile? Yeah. But if we're doing one tile shrubs, then we could get away with putting one there. And then one here. And then this should actually be another beaver statue. There we go. Alright, beaver statue, shrub, shrub. So then everybody gets a shrub when they're sleeping. Everybody gets a beaver statue when they're sleeping. Everybody gets a roof when they're sleeping. So that's a big help there. Very fitting job for my beaver. I'm a carpenter by trade. Hey, that's cool. Or yeah, there you are, still in the lumber mill. I love it when stuff like that happens. Middle clearance on the Torii gates is 3. Alright, so when we go to install those, I wouldn't want to build over them, but good to know that we can. God, you guys. Can you build showers on top or below the waterfall? That was something we were going to do at some point, I thought. But this is probably all going to get torn out anyway because I wanted to put a large flywheel there. In fact, okay, I shouldn't research that. I don't have enough science. But I believe I can just fit it in this spot right there when the time comes. We're still a pretty decent way away from that. We got a lot more blasting to do. Torii gates can be built on all platforms. Okay. So I wonder then. I imagine a lot of this is going to get ripped out and redone anyway at some point. But I wonder if we could just stick one of these on top of a... You're supposed to go through it. So that kind of defeats the purpose, but it's an option. Is that the last one for that? I think it is. Now, the fun thing is going to be when I have to demolish this thing on the side, and then they can't get up there. So that would be... maybe that's why I hadn't moved this before. Oh, they're 8 tall? Oh, the giant one, yeah, I'm sure. Because this thing is, that is a big thing to be building. And I actually don't think it's gonna really let me place this anywhere. But yeah, like look how tall this is, man. This is huge. That is a big asset. And I unfortunately can't build it anywhere. Great metal gate. Iron gate. Oh, that's the gorgeous gate. Treated or iron. And then you have this thing. Anyway. So anyway, I started blasting. Me and my terrible inability to do vocal impressions. Yeah, I was going to move the access to this to match the, what is this, ladder right here? So I can't really have it come into the backside of the ladder because that's where the ladder actually is. But I could have it come up to the side here, but then I have to move... Then I have to move the hauling post. Alright. I think that... I'm going to have to get rid of this. Alright, well... I never said any of this was perfect. Just for the record here. But if I get that put in here... And then that put in here... Then we can actually move things along a little bit more. There we go. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Planks in there don't really need to exist. So now this all actually connects to the ladder, which I think is a slightly better option in the first place. So then we can put our hauling post back here. There we go. Now this can go all the way down. Well, theoretically, I guess this didn't need to get blasted out, but we're going to do it anyway because I think it's going to allow me to fit some extra stuff in there. Remember, you're currently cutting down mango trees? Yes. We have a full stock of the fruits. I'm not really worried about having fruits on this one. These are just nice because they grow 2 logs in 10 days versus 12 for the pines. And it's currently land that's underwater, so that makes sense. We're going to get stuff done in this one, I promise. We just have to take a little bit of a detour first. All right, gates-wise. Now, if I have a treated... oh, I like that one a lot better. So I can put that one here. And what if I did... I know you'll see, like, different gates sequentially in some places. But that gives a double bonus to all these guys coming in and out of here. Making our way downtown. 44 well-being, that's nice. At the end here, why don't we go ahead and put a shrine, since that's just empty, otherwise unusable land. Can you fit the iron gate in as well? It doesn't give a different bonus, which is why I had chosen not to do that. But I don't currently have another spot to stick that outside of just building it over nothing. Or right here. But it uses the same aesthetic bonus as the treated one that I just put in, so there's not really any benefit to putting that there. Pretty good song making our way downtown. Yeah, it's pretty catchy. Also spawned a lot of really good memes. Would it be easy to make a 1x1 asset that gives plus 100 well-being in a 200 by 200 radius? That's just a cheat code, man. That doesn't solve anything. Place the metal one mentioned next to the ah, yes. That next to the mine in this spot right here, if they could actually build on it, would be probably be fine. Whoa, oh no, hold, that's too big. This one would fit here. Or I could put it here and get rid of all these little warehouses, but I think we want to keep those. No, Kurt, no, we're not doing that. Not gonna open that can of worms. All right, this shrine is gonna get yeeted so they can put in the iron gate here. Place the metal one on the stairs. Is it gonna let me do that? All right, now hold on. Well, they already built it anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. Set. This is not going to let me unless I blast this. Oh, I could just put it here. Is it not going to let me play? Oh, there it goes. All right. Okay. This is not a great spot for it. Not a great spot for that. So I guess what I have to do now. Yeah, just move that out of the way. That's a much better place for it. And also is going to affect most of the dudes coming in and out here. I can't hear making my way downtown without seeing Terry Crews' face. Oh, that movie's great. Interestingly, it seems YouTube deletes a chat message if it auto-converts an emoticon to an emoji. Why? Now, I do have an auto moderator turned on, but it's not strict. I don't have it set to, you know, delete stuff unless it's like really bad. How about find a place for the Great Gear Monument? We have Great Gear. What we don't have is we don't have the Dirty Dirt because we don't have terraforming yet. It deletes all the text except the emoji. That's really dumb. Why would they do that? And we almost have enough, almost have enough beavers to turn the mine back on, but we also don't need to because we still have tons of metal. So we might keep that off for a while. Hey, speaking of devilish fun, welcome. That is like the most perfect timing for entry to the chat. Does the big gate fit next to the upper forester, next to the big water tent? The big gate? No, the big one is, if we go into, it has like width to it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like 5 by 8 or something. You can see kind of that it takes up a lot of space. It's going to be a challenge for us to find a place for it, but pretty much anywhere on the map I put it, it's going to affect the entire map. All right, finally, the blasting is done, and we can finally put these things in. Large horizontal framed flywheels, the beautiful, beautiful mod from our dear friend Battery Smooth. Now, if I pause this, I can put in 2 of these guys right here. And then, if we're feeling snazzy, I can put in a stack of these guys. I don't think we're going to need to. I wish I could get rid of the help text while I'm looking at this. But we do have space here to put in some other stuff if we so desire. Or we could just kind of leave it open and see what we end up needing to do with it. Regardless, that is going to go like this on top of that. And then I believe on top of that, I should be able to put in... I'm going to have to build something else over here. But should be able to put in some engines. And then on top of those guys, I can put in the side platforms. Might need to be 4x. Actually, I don't think I can put a 4x here. No, I cannot because there's not enough clearance. But I can put 3x. There we go. Those guys right there. And then eventually figure something else out. But the idea here is going to be we have a power shaft coming around to this side. And then because of... Oh, no, it's one level too... one level too low. Oh, I did it. I did it to myself, didn't I? So what I should have done... is actually measured this. Okay, because I wanted these to connect here to the backside. So maybe I just have to delete all this and blast it down one. We're gonna have to think about this for a second here. Reminds me, you still need to make your 3x1x1 special flywheel. Yeah, I do like that idea though. That's cool. Did you place junctions down for the flywheels too? Which, yeah, it's on top of these guys. That's the reason I was going to do this is so I could go into the barracks, but I misjudged my height. But that's how this is supposed to work, right? Like I didn't do this wrong. So this has to go, am I just crazy? I don't know. Time for bed. Got to be up at 1 a.m. Have a fantastic night. Drive safe tomorrow. Appreciate you being here. So I think what we'll do, I think I can get away with dropping this down one level if we, I got storage under here. Fermented cassava and soybeans. Probably don't need to have those there, based off of how. Yeah, we don't need those to be there. All right, so now we're gonna have some fun here. Can't you build 2 long platforms off the 3 long platforms? Off the end of the platforms? No, I don't think so. If I wanted to, I believe I can use the, how were these? Middle piece. I believe I can use these side platform middle pieces to come off of the, why is it not letting me put this anywhere? What orientation is this where it's not? There we go. I think that's what I want. I believe I can do what? Hold on. I think I can do one of those, and then I can put the 3x on the end of that. Is how I was planning on getting across here. I just didn't have everything quite figured out. But yeah, we we have to get rid of all the barracks. Okay. Unless caught up with me today. Thank you for time well spent. Hope you feel better soon. Always good to have you here. Alright, now it's a daytime. We can get rid of all this. Farewell, most great gear. Farewell, most treated plank. Farewell, all of our beaver accommodations. Now, the fun part is... the fun part's going to be demolishing all this. Go down 1 level, because that's pretty much all I can do. Go down 1 level. And then put the barracks in that way. Can you build a suspension bridge out from the end of a platform? I don't believe so. They have to have... Actually not. It might work. We can try that in a second. Oh man, I've completely missed the live since I've been too preoccupied playing Timberborn myself. It happens. No hard feelings. It just be like that sometimes. Alright, so as soon as they place all these things, which I guess I have to prioritize since I told them to build these giant flywheels. Yeah, this is going to take them a while, I think, to construct. Well, they're actually almost done with this one. Yeah, but let's get this explosive done. And then we'll move that down 1 tile, and then I think we're going to build another stack on top of that. And then maybe another level of these hydroponic gardens. Just checking in. It's my kid's first birthday party. Hey, don't miss your kid's first birthday party. It's probably shouldn't be watching Timberborn streams. Can't wait for the pod. Hey, appreciate you stopping in to say hi. Anyway, happy birthday to your kid. They're not going to know who I am, of course, but nevertheless, have a good time with your family. VOD will always be here. All right, let's get this last dynamite in. And detonate. Look at that. Beautiful. And then large barracks. There we go. Put those in here. Put those in here. And now we've got 9 of them. We can put another stack. Oh, there we go. Bam with the 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate it very much. Thank you. Jesse the Unending, Jonathan Durette, Bob Gleason, Nano Corey, and Nani. Welcome or welcome back to some of you for the Beard Booster Club. Got some emojis for you in the chat. And you get early access to the videos. A couple hours before everybody else. There's nothing like crazy, but a small way of saying thank you. Appreciate you being here. Now let's take a look at our what we got going on here. We have looks like 3 things for mushrooms, 2 things for algae. I think we need to build another for mushrooms. I'm gonna build 2 more. 2 more hydroponic gardens. Just to match that, but I think what we'll do, that's algae, there's nothing underneath that. This one, once it's done, I'm going to try to make this one into mushrooms. We'll make this one into, yeah, we'll just have this one be algae. But this one's going to get turned into mushrooms as soon as that's done. Everyone else is at the store while I'm home alone. Sounds like a great opportunity to watch Timberborn then. Alright, so our large horizontal framed flywheels, say that 5 times fast, are both constructed. The junctions are constructed. And soon we'll have this stuff intersect. This mountain is in the way. I can't see anything. Alright. Platforms coming over this way. Let's put our stuff right here. So what we'll do is we'll just have our... Click on the correct thing. We'll just have this come up like so. And then on the side here, we'll do... okay, that's too high. Well, that's going to connect to the junction boxes and to the side here, which hopefully we can reach appropriately. There we go. Get that connected there, connected there, connected there. All right, and what that's going to do is connect all of our everything together over here and to the barracks once those are complete, which means we can then have power come off to the side or the front, or however we end up manipulating it. Through here, we might end up having to redo some stuff. But eventually, should end up being a reasonably complete thing here. Yeah, Timberborn is really fun. It is extremely enjoyable. Very easy to lose an entire day playing. Ask me how I know. No, but it's very, very good fun. Put the flywheels or other large building projects on lower priority, then you don't have to increase the priority on more urgent things. Are you, by chance, not caught up on the video? Because these are actually already completed. But yeah, that's something I somehow always end up having to figure out for myself. I think they can get through here to actually, catch stuff, but maybe I'm incorrect. Yes, lag. Oh, gotcha. Alright, we are low on kohlrabies, unfortunately. So that's, it's going to cause us some problems here. 150 eggplants. I think we can reduce the size of the eggplant growth here. I think we can do that very, very easily here. So let's unplant. Oh, I probably need to be redoing all of this. What is this right here? Corn. This is cassava. That's corn. I think what I'm gonna do. Let's see, what is this cassava here? I've got to plant more kohlrabi, so I think what we're going to do is unplant this cassava. That's going to take less time. And this is going to become kohlrabi, and then I'm going to have to move cassava to be up here, probably. For at least, I'll just do all these as cassava, that's fine. Get everything planted differently here. I already have some cassava out there. I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference, but definitely need to be adjusting our planting ratios here. Had a couple of days, weekends where I've woken up, started playing Timberborn, forgot about food, and then suddenly it's 9 p.m. Yep, done that one before. Japanese summer equals the Helmo emote. Yeah, I don't envy you, although I'm pretty sure the weather's more or less the same where I'm at. Except I don't have ocean breezes everywhere. Yeah, it is currently 95 degrees Fahrenheit. And what in the world? God, everybody's messaging me as soon as I go live. It is, oh, it's only 42% humidity here, so that's not quite so bad. I'm sure in Japan it's like 90% humidity in some spots right now. Still early morning though, so hopefully it's not that bad. For me, that happened with the Diablo and SimCity 2 co-op, or StarCraft 2 co-op. Yeah, SimCity would be SC2K, I think. Oh, now my phone's blowing up as soon as I try to look at weather. What a mess. 107 Fahrenheit, yikes. That does not sound enjoyable at all. Although if the humidity is low, then it's not quite so bad, but it's still hot. Yeah, it's going to take a while for them to get at the rest of that. Fortunately, stuff's looking pretty good. It looks like they haven't built these things yet because we're still building the barracks. All right, mushrooms. Did I already? No, I was going to. This is the one I was going to change. $16 Celsius where I am and raining. You can convert that to freedom units at your leisure. That sounds like a nice temperature, though. I always prefer the cooler ones to the warmer ones. Me from Celsius land, I have no idea what temperature that is. Hey, you guys are funny. $81% humidity. Yikes. Well, it's supposed to rain where I'm at tomorrow, so I'm sure humidity will be up because of that. Yeah, I do not envy you with your 81% 30 Celsius temperatures. Yikes. Yeah. Yeah, when you get into like the high 80s and low 90s, any amount of humidity over, I don't know, 40% or whatever, it just starts to become unbearable. All right, now that this is done, we're going to switch it over to mushrooms. And then on the top here, we have our two algaes. I think that balances end up probably going to be fine. I think your flat's 25 Celsius, 85%. Yikes. I don't have a means to measure the humidity inside my house right now, but I think it's probably only in like the 30s. 30, 40. I've had the air conditioner running basically non-stop since April. Much to the chagrin of our electricity bill. But it's just unbearable if it's too hot. All right, so let's see now how much. Yeah, look at that number going up. It's gonna take it a while to get fully done here, but that is gonna be cool to have that all taken care of. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a path behind here, and that's gonna connect over to this side once we're finished building. Let's see. I don't know what to put here is the problem. So I feel like it probably should be storage of some type, but oh, I know what I can do. I know what I can do. Large industrial piles. That is the perfect thing to stick there, unless I played myself and did not provide access on every. Yep, that's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did. Because I didn't have... Oh, there's no way I'm going to need to have access to that. No. All right, so I lied. We're not going to be doing that. I can have one at the bottom, and then I'm not going to be able to put... Oh, jeez. I'm not going to be able to put anything else on top because I don't have... I don't have any way to get in the door. Well, in that case, I believe would probably be the best to stick one of these warehouses down there and just store some more stuff. But what in the world am I going to put down there is the question. I already have 4,000 meal replacement shakes stored up. I don't think I need to be having too many more of those. So that begs the question, do I actually need to build more storage, or am I just doing it? Well, I'll just make some more storage just because that's the only other thing I can think to put in there. Unless industrial water tank. Oh, of course. Of course. That's the better answer. It's to stack these guys up. Why didn't I think of that before? Because that's going to match pretty much perfectly here. There we go. I got 2 of those guys there. Water and water. And then I've got space next to it to do something else, but what else am I going to put there? So that's probably just going to be empty. So 2 of those on top of each other. And then I can, I believe I can just fill that space in. Oh, it's not going to let me. It's not going to let me because of that machinery thing. All right, well, fortunately, I have the ability to side platform. Except I don't. You know, I tried. I really did. I really did. But it's not going to let me get away with this, unfortunately, I don't think. Unless I can just build on top of it. Nope. It's not going to let me do it. Well, it is what it is. Good news, though, is that I am able to do something over here. Yeah, for time being, this is basically just wasted space. But the water storage is actually kind of necessary. Shrine for 1x1 gap. Is it going to let me actually put that there? I don't think it's going to. At the very, very bottom. No, because there's a pipe there. Make a 3rd large flow. We don't need that much. That's so much storage for power. We are never going to use that much. Not in this playthrough. Now, why is this saying there's no... Did I not put a path? I didn't. There's no path in here. Alright, so that solves that problem. I guess I should have just had this path here the whole time, but I never put it in. Yeah, the flywheel's huge. 150,000 capacity. Shrine on the other side. I guess we could try that. Oh, no, there's a ladder there. I can't. It's not going to let me do it. Unfortunately. So I still have this space in the corner here. I can't really do anything with it, unfortunately. Not right now, at least. So now I just have to be... Yep, still increasing, still going up. I recall that different platform sizes do work. Try a 2-tall platform. Alright. Oh, cool. Problem solved. Thanks. Appreciate it. Let's put another engine here. Then I just have to figure out what I'm putting over here. What is this? Planks? We're not going to need that. We already have tons of storage. So I'll just get rid of that. This is just bugging me way more than it should. Oh, do I do I want to be cheaty? Because I could totally put these, just bury these under, bury them underground and not have anything. Oh, that's what we're doing. That's what we're going to do. Just stick those guys down there. Yep. All right. Problem solved. Did you hear about Bob Barker? I did. Very sad. Iconic dude. What is he, 99 years old? If you bury them, you can't admire them. But the real monuments are the ones we make in our hearts. Right? So just ignore the fact that it's buried under a bunch of wood and steel, and then we can move on with our lives. I'm sure the fire won't have an adverse effect on the platforms above it. Yeah, I'm sure it won't either, because it's not coded as flames. And the game doesn't have a burning stuff down mechanic. Hung in there almost 100. Yeah, he almost made it. You don't really see too many men live that long. It would be darker if these were folktales. Burying a mom and her 2 kids underground. Yikes. A burning stuff down mechanic sounds like a nightmare for FPS purposes. But also sounds extremely interesting. I don't know. What we need to do now is I need to connect. Oh, I may have made an error in building this monument here, because now oh no, I'm gonna have a problem, because I can't build side platforms off of of any of this. Oh, I can put the double off of no, I can't. Okay, so the dream is dead. We can't put these here. Oh man, because I have to be able to platform appropriately. Kurt, I'm not reading that. Closest to 100 without going over. Oh my god. Jeez. Oh, he probably would have thought that was funny though, so. Could have built the engine elsewhere. Yeah, you know, I could have, but So I'll tell you what. This is... Oh, let's turn the other way. Oh, why did I do that? What are we even storing in here? Gears? How much storage for gears do I have? Okay, alright. Do I really want to... Do I want to do this, though? I don't think I want to do this. I'm not going to be able to... Oh, this is a disaster. Forget it. Well, this will just be negative space. There's nothing else I can do here. I gotta have the power connection. Good news though is I can put one of these here. I can't put both. But I can put one. I just have to have this, you know, connect. Might as well just make this a 3-way, because that's seems to be what we have to do here. All right, monument. Do we want to look at the labor monument more or the flame of unity more? Because that could be the one. The one we want to look at more is the one we'll build up top. So I think I can actually build a platform over the top of the laborer monument based off of how tall it is. If I can find somewhere to stick this. Maybe it doesn't want to let me do that. Oh well. I think it's fine. Kurt, I'm not reading that. Alright. Junction. Almost 25,000 stored. Absolutely not reading that. Jeez. You guys better behave. Okay, these are actually connected, yes? Good. Gotta figure out how to get power out this way. I'd kind of like to avoid doing the ugly here. But I had an idea. I think it might work. You remember what I did here with the food factory? You can build the platform here and have it come out on the second level. So what if we did that also with this thing right here? If we cut this off, make these into single platforms, build that across that way, and then have a power shaft coming out of the front of the building, like so. Then that should have it come out this way, and then we can completely reconfigure how this whole thing's laid out. Everyone's in rare form today. They absolutely are. I don't understand what's wrong with them. Hello, James. My God, you can... Ugh. You know, I really don't want to have to explain all of this stuff when my parents read the chat. They go and watch streams. Okay. All right, supply 3,600, demand 1,490. I like that. So now what this allows us to do is power coming out of the front is going to let us move all of this stuff away and kind of make a little bit of a stack over here too. You think your parents weren't ever young and dumb like a lot of us? I mean, probably, but also, yeah. I try not to associate those kinds of things with them. Anyway, moving on. Let's build our platforms here, shall we? Try to accomplish something here that isn't dirty humor. I'll just build these all. That takes a lot of wood. Wow. That's yeah, that's surprising. All right, and then the 3x. We're going to use probably most of our resources building this way here. Now, the bad thing about doing this way is that now that I've built these double-decker barracks here, this doesn't directly connect to anything. But this is going to give us a lot of space to build other things. And I believe we can fit in just about everything that we want to build. So we'll just have to bring our power all the way up, as one does, and that'll come up right about here. Yep, that'll be fine like that. Devilish, thanks for the 99. Appreciate you. You guys. All right. So, things we still need to move up here. We've got paper mills. Conveniently, these can go the other way to fill in our 5-wide texture here. We can move the paper mills up, and then we can move, I believe, coffee brewery is a 3x2, so that can go up. Probably could build 2 of those, and then, or maybe we just want to keep the food processing stuff down here, or at least some of it, because this is a 4x2. I don't know, we're going to have to think about it, because I'm not going to have a path around the back side of this. So we might have to get a little creative with the layout of stuff. Well, we'll figure it out. We got some time. They got to build all this stuff anyway. Now, one thing I don't have that I wish I did was some sort of way to automatically shut off power generation if it wasn't needed. So I am going to pause. I'm going to pause these 4 so we don't burn quite as much in the way of logs. Yeah, shut those off. So now we're generating 2,000 for a demand of 1,490. And then we can eventually start moving these guys out of the way and figuring out what else we got to do there. Now, what I also have to figure out, I got to get a path to come around here, which is going to require we build some additional reinforced platforms. So it's a double platform. I want to preserve the walkway here. Yeah, so that one, another double. And then thanks to, oh, I can't see anything. This is so disorienting. Can I, like, get inside this? There we go. Is it going to let me actually place things, though, is the real question when I'm in here like this. So what I need to do is I need to be able to go... No, I can't place from inside. Alright, that's annoying. I need to be able to cross over this with a path, but I don't think I'm going to be able to... Oh, there's nothing for them to do that way anyway. Alright, that's fine. Oh. Oh, that's a problem. So how am I going to, how am I going to do that? Oh, the sounds are so irritating. So I want to be able to have them go all the way around. So I guess I could just use normal platforms as long as I can get all the way across here. Should be okay. Now, is that going to be the correct height? I guess that's just going to have to be like that. I think this counts as a pathable space. Yes, it does. Good. That goes through there. So then that, from that level, I guess I just have another too tall. Do these even have to be reinforced? I don't think so. Yeah, we'll just have that mesh there. Is that the same height? Oh, these creaking noises, I swear, are gonna drive me insane. Anyway, the point I was trying to make is I believe I can cheese this with the single side platform middle pieces. I think. Alright, I'm way behind in chat. Let's scroll back up. Can you connect the houses for power being one block higher? No, because there's a path there. Kurt with the 50, appreciate it. What are you guys getting into with these shower things? Tesla coil. Oh, that would be cool. It would be really cool to have wireless power transmission with Tesla coils. Although power in Timberborn isn't really electricity, so I don't know. That's not really a realistic thing, I guess. Build 2 coffee breweries with a path down the center toward a paper mill. We'll probably end up doing something like that. 5-story shower setup. The shower pickup tubes are not long enough for that. Wait. No. Alright, I see where you're going with that. Absolutely not. Oh, wow. My computer is so hot the case is actually hot to the touch. Alright. We might have to stop here in a little bit so this thing doesn't melt. I mean, I have this fan blowing right on it, but it is, like, uncomfortably hot. Alright. What in... Oh, no. No, I'm not reading that. Absolutely not. Why don't you lower the view levels? The problem is this mountain here in the way. That doesn't get rid of the terrain. Oh, jeez. Kurt, I'm gonna need you to, like... I don't know whatever the orthodox equivalent of, like, confession is, but do that. Jeez, man. I was on board with stackable showers until you told me how they were supposed to be used. Jeez. Yeah, I'm not just gonna say I'm not reading that for every single message. I'm just gonna blanket not reading all that. All right. All right, that's enough of that. So, point being, we need to have a single level right here across all the way, at least to oh, I should have made this a ladder. Is there any reason why I can't make this a ladder? I probably already forgot what I was going to be doing here. What is... Oh, that's right. There is a power shaft. There is a power shaft underneath. But I think I can stack a ladder on top of that. Yeah, there we go. That works. All right, that is much, much better. Much better. So that level is now attached, and we have to have, I guess, 2 more single levels on top of that. There we go. And we'll figure out the other side when we get to that part. And I think that should work. Yeah, so that's all connected now. And then we're going to connect the top, but we're going to have to... or maybe we don't have to, if this is all going to be connected anyway. I guess we could just do regular. I was trying to think this whole time about how I can just cheese it with the side platforms, but I'm not going to be building on top of them, so it doesn't have to be. That's fine. We'll just do regular double platform with a regular path all the way around. And there we go. That is going to connect this whole area up and down nicely. Get them to build the rest of that stuff. And then I guess this side here technically also matters, but we're not gonna mess too much with that. Do you really need the vertical power shaft within the houses transfer the power? So the issue is that this has to be connected. The engines have to actually be able to interface, and they only output power through the center of the back. So these have to be here, and then those vertical shafts have to be there to connect to the junction box. And then at that point, I might as well just have it come all the way up anyway. You know, Kurt, I gotta respect it. That's a pretty a pretty bold and logical statement. So I'm still not reading it, but all right. Drink water, kids. It's good for you. Also, it's hot. Okay, so this is still being built. We are waiting on... Oh, we're super out of logs now. We're very, very out of logs. So what can I stop? Not really much of anything, I don't think. Yep, low on wood. You are correct. Not really anything I can do about that, short of just stopping production. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause that engine, burn a little bit less logs. Still making extra power, which is good. What's our storage looking like for this? Is it gonna show me at all? Oh, I'm not gonna be able to click on it. Oh, what's the point of having these giant things if you can't click on them? Yeah, look at all that power. Look at all that power. So since we have so much power stored, I'm actually going to go ahead and pause all those. Because we can just run off the reserve, because everything's connected, right? Half the stuff's paused anyway, so I don't know exactly what's going on. I could use powered levees. Yes, they take more material to construct. Stop paper mills. Oh yeah, we have... Whoa, hold on. Why are we making so many explosives? I don't need that many. All right. Explosives factories are paused. I'm going to unpause the printing press because we actually need books. Yeah, they really are nice looking. Battery Smooth did a fantastic job with them. And I never planted these crops I said I was going to plant. You guys keep distracting me with weird, profane nonsense. But, yeah. So that's looking fine. Yeah, farmhouses. These guys might not be able to keep up with all the demand we got here. But we do have 4,000 of our meal replacement shakes, so they're getting food done. So we'll see what happens with that. Would it be possible to set the flywheels to automatically stop the production of power in the engines they're connected to, like the gates and the stream gauges? That would be cool. I feel like that is probably a more of a mod unto itself, as opposed to something that adds to the flywheel functionality. Oh, there is? Oh, I need to get it then. Already a mod. Don't want to step on toes. How respectful. Yeah, I'm going to have to get that. Do you know what that mod's called? I mean, I could just look after stream, but might be helpful info for other people watching. All right, this is now ready for us to start building up here. And part of the reason that I did put this in was so we could have full access to all this space over here. Now, I think... yeah, if I was going to have stuff built up over here that used this entire thing and not have a path come all the way out, then I wouldn't have worried about it. I think we might actually still do that anyway. So let's try to figure out a way to cram in paper mills and other stuff up here. Because we already have... this is basically all just wood processing except for the smelters, or, well, smelting. Am I out of metal? I guess we are. All right, well, turn the mine back on. And then let them do that. Should have been keeping better track of that. All right, so if I do a paper mill here, I have to have this connect on the side here, so I'm either going to do... let's just pause the game real quick. I'm either going to do this, and then something like this, and have some sort of other thing here. Or what we would have to do is come up with some sort of a system like this, where we just split this guy in half and do a bunch of paper mills. But I don't think we're going to need more than 2, probably ever, in terms of paper mills. So what else can we stick up here that's not going to be food production stuff? Because I feel like the food production stuff should be on this other side here. Coffee breweries have the thing come off the end here. So that would make sense to put along the path. Unless we did something like this. Well, this is only 5. See, I didn't do myself any favors. The way that I have this set up just really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I'm not sure what to do here. I don't know. We could just go 4 wide and have a path around the outside. Probably would make the most sense, in all honesty. So if we did that, wait, hold up. Why is it why is it? Hold on. You see this? It wants me to be able to build a path on nothing. What? What is happening? All right. Well, I know that's broken. So let's just leave that alone. If I have this set like so, and then I have the path come around the outside, yes. No trailer park to be found here in Beaverburg. But, oh, get out of here. If I have this build on top of the power shaft, then I might be able to stick something else in there, unless we want to preserve access pathwise over the entire top. But I don't think we'd have to because of the way this connects here. I think that's probably fine. Make an industrial coffee storage. I mean, yeah, we could. I know I can get rid of these water storages here. So we have these big ones out there. And I'm going to be reconfiguring how all this works anyway. I'm just trying to think, do I actually want to do this way? I think it's fine. Side effects of the cheaty bits, yeah. It's fine. Now, 2 and 2. There we go. Yep, I think that's what we'll do. So if I come in here and put in this guy, why can't I not build this here? Am I just, okay. I don't know why I was thinking about that. If I have those two guys there, then that means I will now have space here to put, oh, I know what I could do. I know what we can do. I know what we can do. We can do packing plants up here. I can do 2 of these guys up here. That should be more than enough for future proofing. 2 of those guys there. Computer melting on the floor. It's very hot. It is actually very hot. But we'll do something about that here in a little bit. Probably not going to go too much longer, but I really wanted to make sure we got at least something done here. I got paper mills, I got packing plants, other food stuff can stay, but the industrial bit of the packing stuff I think would be good up here. Oil presses would be fabulous up here because of the dimensions. So if I do... Why? Oh, it keeps... Okay, it's because... I know why. The side platform middle pieces have this weird ghosting thing going on where sometimes it'll let you go above stuff, and that's what that is. All right, so we solved that problem. All right, so 2 of those guys. Should be enough canola oil from those 2. Then we can get rid of those guys out here. All connected. Then we have space for 2 more 2x4s. And that would be... let's see. I don't really know what else would really fit. But if we needed to have extra packing plants, we could put them there. I might just leave this open for now. But if we did this, then we'd clear up so much space for farming. We could stack all of the actual food production right in front here on top of everything, because this would all be connected or something like that. Coffee brew with 2 small tanks might work. But do we really need 2 of those? We already have a full thing of coffee. Like this guy is not... He's not like struggling to produce coffee, so I don't think we need 2. But moving that there probably would make sense. Ah, the small covered tank. That is that's a water beaver thing. So I won't go into that too much, because I know we're gonna have our own fun with that series. Can I not build this like down here? Is it just not gonna let me place these? It might actually not let me build these on the ground. Yeah, I don't think I can. Well, jeez, I don't know. So I don't even think I have any coffee storage. I mean, I have the stuff that comes out of this one, and then I think, oh yeah, I got this one small tank. So yeah, I'm not going to build a coffee brewery up here then. We'll do that, we'll reconfigure this someplace else. But anyway, let's let them get to work on this. I think at this point I can also get rid of one of these explosives factories and turn it into a printing press. Because we're not going to need that many explosives ever again. We've pretty much mostly done blowing up huge chunks of the map. I don't have anywhere to put it. Industrial storage. I really don't have anywhere to put that right now. I'm going to reconfigure all this, don't worry. Kurt died of old age in game. Cycle 32, day 9. So let's see. That's going to be... Oh, they got to build all these platforms first. And they're so out of wood. I don't know don't know how long it's going to take for them to do that, so we might have to wait and or call it for today and come back when it's not so stinking hot. But we'll see. Just move the coffee brewery off the ground. Just think in the later game, planting crops maybe. Yeah. See, I also want to double stack this, but I don't have enough wood or metal to do that right now, so that it has to be incremented. But eventually, I do want all of the production to not be on the grass. I just want it to all be up here, because we have the ability, thanks to our reinforced platforms, to just keep building these things we're using as anchors pretty much as tall as we want, and then we just have the side platforms come off of that. But it takes a lot of resources that we don't have, so we have to do things in chunks here. We need the shaming wheel just to put boosters that... Oh, that's genius. You know, I said for the longest time I didn't want to step on RCE's toes with the shaming wheel, but some of you guys today have demonstrated that punishment is necessary. Steve, I like that. I think we're going to do that for next time. Oh, it's broken? Oh, that's a shame. Do you want an alternative to the shame wheel for Naughty Chat members? Yes. Yes, absolutely 100%, please. Some of you guys today really, really could have used that one. Call it the regular shower mod. Oh no. Amazing. Do you exist in this playthrough, says James. Do I exist, says James. I guess I should keep subject verb agreement. Yes, there you are. You are working in the hydroponic garden. What are you growing for us? Algae. You're growing some algae for us in the hydroponic garden. Could pause gear production currently on 1400. Wow. It is, wow, you are correct. All right, gear production paused. Not really going to do too much to help us in the short run, but long run it will, after the supply of planks catches up. Beaver jail. Making the good green stuff for everyone to enjoy responsibly and legally. Yes, of course. All right, what kind of power are we looking at here? That's the junction box. Hold on. Yeah, so we're actually it's pretty fast. Pretty fast. Why are we only supplying? Oh, because oh, we're gonna have a problem here in a second, aren't we? We only have a supply of 400 because I guess everyone else has run out of logs. All right, so now the fun part is going to be, okay, we have 4,200 meal replacement shakes done. All right, pack and plant goes away. What we're going to do is we're going to replace that with universal power shafts, hook it up to here, so that way this entire network here of all these water wheels can get used. I think that's going to work. So I'm going to super prioritize these things. I believe that will save us. Devilish, what happened is that early in the stream, they made an excessive amount of, shall we say, unclean jokes. Very, very much so. Yes, that was an intentional pun, Kurt. You're welcome. Okay, all right. Good news is now all of our power is connected, so we should see this big old battery flywheel dude recharge or discharge slightly slower, I guess is the more realistic way to put it, because now all of these guys are providing all the power while we while we run out of wood. Oh, jeez. You guys are nuts, I swear. Food-wise, mangrove fruits, we still have tons. This hasn't been prioritized yet, so I guess we'll fix that. Oh, this doesn't have power yet because these haven't been built. Well, we got a lot of good stuff done today, and you guys got a lot of ungood stuff done today, I guess. Oh, jeez. Well, we're surviving anyway. Please do not get me striked. Please do not do that. I think once we have our other platforms built and then these paper mills and everything, probably going to be a good spot to call it for today, because I think my computer's going to melt, and there's not going to be too much we can do until we have more wood anyway. But starting to really make some good progress. Next time we'll be able to move all the food stuff off of the farmland and take care of the rest of that. It's going to be a process. That's why this is probably better as a stream than a regular video series, because it's going to take us a long time to build this up all the way to be able to put other stuff on top. But I think top level is going to end up being food production. This should be enough regular industrial production down here for us to actually be able to accomplish stuff. New engines have the job priority to the lowest setting. I believe so. Let's check. Ah, you are correct. They did not. And they actually should be paused, since we don't have any wood. We'll just completely pause that, let the water do all the doing. Alright, so I gotta find the right spot to click here. We're actually storing power, which is good. I'm glad we built these large framed flywheels, because now, when the drought comes, we're not going to be completely screwed, so we don't have wood. And in fact, this engine can go away now, because we don't need to be worrying about burning any of that. We'll recover some of the materials from that to reuse. And then, yeah, we're going to be at a pretty good spot. I still want to redo this whole area here, but this is looking quite nice. I think we can get rid of this large row house because we have so much extra capacity. And then we can just build food production right here. Maybe. We'll see. But now we are well and truly out of wood. They should be cutting these mangroves down. And should be able to get to the rest of that. But I wanted them to get to... Oh, they're waiting on logs. Yep. So we're pretty much soft locked right now, at least from time. So we're going to have to probably go ahead and end it here, and then come back next time, and while we do our normal derailing of early stream, let the game catch up for wood. But yeah, appreciate you guys being here, even with the weird, perverse sense of humor you guys have in chat sometimes. As long as you don't get me banned, I guess it doesn't really matter, but do try to contain yourselves. Anyway, appreciate you. We'll have a stream tomorrow for Sweet Transit, and we'll see what else happens. I'm going to do my best to get Water Beavers started and have that first episode Monday. No promises. But ideally Monday, if not Wednesday, if I can get it to work correctly. If not, then all bets are off. But that is the next series that's going to be starting. So look forward to that. And we'll see what else comes up. But yep, thanks for being here. Appreciate, I know Bam's not in here, but appreciate for the gifted subs, and Kurt and Devilish for the donations as well. Appreciate you as always. Have a great rest of your day. Drink water. Don't overheat yourself. Try not to do anything obscene. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.